Hey guys, I am back. Yes, and coughing a whole lot less, thankfully. But anyway, while I've been gone, got a lot more subscribers. We're up to 91 subscribers now. I'm honestly in shock. So, anyways, a lot of you don't have your settings set so anyone can see who you are that subscribed. That's cool. Big welcome. But for those of you who did have your settings set right, welcome to the guest book. And so, a big welcome to Kelly Perkins, Georgia Harris, Kathy Coward, and Nathalie Tolosa. I hope I got your name right. I'm not sure if the H is silent or not. But anyways, a big welcome and thank you so much for subscribing. That was just fantastic. And I'm sorry I haven't been around, but I have been sick as a dog. I had the flu for a better part of 2 weeks, which could have been worse. Could have been much worse because my mom at the age of 82 had pink eye in both eyes. I would much rather have the flu than pink eye. Been there, done that, don't want it again. But anyway, so I want to dive into what I've been saying I'm going to do, and I'm finally getting a chance to do it, is talking about Ana Paula Rimoli's Amigurumi on the Go, the book, and focusing on the pattern for the owl book bag, which is absolutely, yes, huge. And you can see how far it comes down on me when I'm holding it up like this. There's something that I wanted to let you guys know, because if you've never gotten one of these books online, like an Amigurumi book, and you've been worried about buying one and getting on the Kindle because of, oh, how am I going to get the eyes the right size, the beak the right size, all these different concerns, how am I going to do them? You don't have to worry about it, because they come with a link that takes you to a PDF of the templates. And see here, as I cut them out, as I cut these things out, I store them in envelopes, by the way. And after I'm completely done with it, I put a little bit of tape on there to make sure they don't come out, because they are pretty small. Like with the owl book bag, like here's the owl eyes and the pupil, and then the beak there. And then I make sure I label them too, fully label them, so I remember exactly what they are and stuff. But anyways, so you do get a link to that within the book, so you can download those, and that way you've got the right size. You don't have to play around and try to figure out for yourself how it works. So anyway, so that's one part, and it makes it really nice, because like with like doing the mushroom, ta-da, I got the right size, yeah, circles for it, spots. Okay, I am still coughing. Okay, so I had a couple of problems with the book bag, which are totally my fault, okay? And it all comes down to, first of all, having arthritis in my hands. Now, if you don't know yet, that crochet is really one of the hardest things outside of Tunisian crochet. But Tunisian crochet is torture. If you have arthritis at all, never Tunisian crochet. It will destroy your hands. But crocheting is really hard on the hands, especially if you have arthritis. You'll eventually probably have to stop, where knitting isn't so hard on the hands. So, but there's tricks to making it easier. If you have arthritis, knit through the back loop, because it's just easier on your hands. I know some of you have heard me say that 1,000 times, but you know, some people are just seeing this for the first time, and I want them to know that. So if you have arthritis, knit through the back loop. It changes the appearance, but who cares? It just adds extra texture to it and makes it look super cool. But because this was a book bag, I had to crochet this big long thing through both loops. And so it just beat the crap out of my hands. So when it came to, and I had to do the same thing on the wings, but when it came to the eyes, I decided, forget it. I'm doing it through the back loop. Bad idea. Excuse me. Especially if you want to have the eyes, the white of the eyes showing better. And so I wanted a lot of the eye white to show. And by doing it through the back loop, I sort of messed that up. So anyway, as a result, as you can see right here, see that? It's bulging. That one eye, both eyes do tend to pop out and bulge. And it's only because of the way that I sewed these on and because I did it through the back loop. So if you go to do the eyes, make sure you do the eyes through both loops. And it'll make things nicer and easier for you afterwards, unlike what I did. Okay. One thing that I absolutely loved on this was this. You know, because she could have had it where just sew the whole thing all the way around, but she didn't. You do 2 pieces of felt, sew them all together, and then you start here on your sewing, by the way, and then work your way around. And then when you sew this on, you just sew across the center part, and that way you got a little flappy mouth to it. And that just really increases the cuteness of it. Now, the other thing is, like, when you go to do, I'll get to you, Lily. When you go to do, like, the adding in the pocket, you'll just, you know, quite obviously, you're going to turn the bag inside out and add it in at any level that you want to, because she doesn't give you any specific directions as to where to put the pocket. But to be honest, I don't think I would put the pocket higher than this, the top of it coming, well, okay, I would put the top of it running even with this. That way stuff won't, you know, fall out so easily, and you've got all this distance here, you know, to keep it from coming out. And that's just my own thoughts on that. But otherwise, the pattern is really simple, and I'm not going to go into details on it because it is a paid, you know, comes out of the book. But it's nice, it's fun, it's a great pattern for working on while you're watching a movie or something. Excuse me, so sorry. Because you do get into the immediate habit of just, you know, doing the color changes every 2 rows and stuff. But anyway, for this part, oh, that's another piece of it. This part was supposed to have orange felt going underneath the handle to give it more strength. And I didn't do that. And the reason I didn't was because, 1, I didn't have orange thread for the sewing machine to sew it on. 2, I was not going to hand sew it. Not for both straps, because I just wanted to get it done and dusted. So what I did instead is, in the book, she talks about running thread, or a piece of yarn, weaving it in and out all the way around to strengthen the handle. So that's what I did. I ran 2 pieces of yarn, wove it in and out all the way down to strengthen the handle on it. So both sides have that going in. So the handles give a little bit, but not so much that they're going to completely stretch out of place, which is the great thing on them. So anyways, that's it for that. And I will catch you guys later on some new things that I want to talk about. And one is I found some new stitch markers at Walmart that they started carrying, and I'm going to do a vid on those because I want to compare them off now that I've gotten some time with them, and to how I think they work compared to the other stitch markers. So I will catch you guys later. Have a great one, guys.